Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So I am not going to bother with a review of the new Dream Theater album Parasomnia, but I would like to talk about this beautiful release. I paused it so I could put the slip back on to show you how I received it when it came in this past Monday from High Roller Records. That being said, there were many versions of the Dream Theater Parasomnia album that came out. CD, vinyl, Blu-ray, a crazy deluxe edition of the album. I forget the price on it. I know right now in aftermarket it's going for like $150. It was like a double album. And then it was the Blu-ray, which has 5.1, beautiful artwork, stuff like that. It also came with like a keychain, and it came with a sleeping mask and a dream journal. The album itself was this sort of dark green shading that's reminiscent of the color scheme on the front cover. It is a big deal. Like if you're the hardcore Dream Theater fan, which I am a big Dream Theater fan, but apparently not hardcore enough to spend another $100. However, I did get this version, which, like I said, came from High Roller Records. It is a limited 2 CD Blu-ray art book. It includes the instrumental versions, the Dolby Atmos and 5.1 surround Blu-ray that come with visuals and animations, and the book itself is a 68-page booklet, and all the artwork by Hugh Syme, and that's dedicated to the songs, certain lyrics, ideas that were related to Parasomnia. It is a gorgeous book, and that is what I wanted to share with you. So we're going to take this slip off that came with it, and that, just basic information that comes with it. But we're going to look at the art book right now. So like I said, this is Dream Theater's first album with Mike Portnoy since 2009's Black Clouds and Silver Linings. To me, it is their heaviest album since Train of Thought, and it is their most cohesive album since Octavarium. I will say this, I am no expert on the Mangini period. I have heard each one of those albums released with Mike Mangini, and I found each one of those albums forgettable and boring, especially The Astounding or The Astonishing or whatever the hell it was. Boring. Criminally boring. Like, I was thinking about a lawsuit. Not great. However, there were moments on certain albums going from a tragic turn of events all the way to their last one with Mike Mangini, A View from the Top of the World. There are moments on those albums, but as albums as a whole, they're not great. And that's not just on Mangini. The album that predated Mangini, Black Clouds and Silver Linings, to me, I found to be kind of a boring album. I like the cover CD that came with it, where they're doing zebra and rainbow and stuff, but the actual album, pretty forgettable. Like I said, this to me is the most cohesive, best album they've done since Octavarium. And I know they've had Systemic Chaos or Systematic Chaos. They've had good albums with Portnoy, but this to me is a return to the Dream Theater that I used to get excited about. I'll say it that much. I used to get genuinely excited every time a Dream Theater came out, and then of course it got dulled over the years. Hearing this album arrived Monday. The album came out the Friday previous, so of course I was listening to it on streaming services, and I must have listened to it over and over. And beyond the shadow of a doubt, the track that has burned into my brain and has stayed with me over and over and over is A Broken Man. Love that song. Can't get enough of that song. I almost see it as like this kind of violent sequel to Silent Man from Awake, Parasomnia, Silent Man, Broken Man. Is there something that I'm missing? Because the Shadow Man comes into play too. Definitely another great track off the album, coming in at 19 and a half minutes. Anyway, let's look through the album. So of course we got One Eye Closed, One Eye Open. We have the Shadow Man right here on the Blu-ray. Again, if you want to hear the album in an interesting form, I don't have Dolby Atmos. But if you have Dolby Atmos, the entire album in Dolby Atmos is available. I did listen to it in 5.1, very much enjoyed it. I don't think stereo albums translate very good to 5.1 most of the time. Every now and then it works out. The remixed DVD audio of Linkin Park's, they did a remix of Hybrid Theory, and it works in 5.1. I will say Fleetwood Mac's Rumors, the DVD audio in 5.1, works really, really well. But other ones, the separation just never works that well. Well, let me tell you something. On Parasomnia, it's like they spent a lot of time. They just didn't use a program and split it. It seems like they spent time making it worthwhile to listen to on Blu-ray. Or in 5.1. So here we are in the Arms of Morpheus, the instrumental opening to the album. Beautiful artwork. And we go into Night Terror. And there is another variation on this one. Broken Man, like I said, one of my 2 favorite tracks off the album. Beautiful artwork here. Wrought with Guilt, Abandoning Comrades, Lying Still. So they've dedicated entire pieces of artwork to a line. And just really creepy stuff. I mean, the whole album is very dark, but not depressing, you know? Not depressing. Not a dark, depressing album. Just a dark album. Kind of like Train of Thought. Train of Thought was very heavy. Had some, you know, darkness on there. And I think really kind of most every Dream Theater album has at least a moment. But this album, maybe it's my excitement. I just got so excited about it. And I have not been let down after multiple listens. And I really love this. The bending clock, the old man waking up in terror, this Reaper-esque image behind him. I mean, some of these could be just wall art. There's the Shadow Man. Look at this, the nun here. This almost looks like, what was that crazy doll's name? Annabelle. My granddaughter loves those movies. Good Lord. The Shadow Man incident. Holy cow, look at this. That reminds me of Poltergeist from the 80s. Great band shot. Really glad to see Portnoy back with... The only thing I didn't miss with Portnoy being on, I'll say this. Portnoy started handling more vocals. And he's not a great singer. He's a great drummer. Good guy for the most part. Not a great singer. Not a voice I want to hear. You're in a band with James LaBrie. Leave it alone, okay? John Petrucci, look at that. Love that picture with Rudis next to the old distressed pianos. Amazing. And of course, you know, Portnoy sitting on the bed. That is a beautiful shot. Wake up. That happens in there. That reminds me, you know, because you hear the alarm clock in there, in the recordings and stuff, and it really took me back. I'm sure if you're a progressive metal fan, it took me back to A Pleasant Shade of Grey from Fate's Warning, where the entire album takes place over the course of 12 chapters, and it's like a split second before the guy wakes up. That's disturbing. Holy cow. Nice, the Majesty logo in a Dreamcatcher. That's really cool. I like that. Some of this imagery is wonderful. Hugh Syme has not lost a step. Has not lost a step from his days with Rush. The deluxe edition, the vinyl CD Blu-ray version, comes with a sleep mask. I wonder if that's kind of akin to what it looks like. Probably all fabric, but that is really cool looking. That's waking up, isn't it? Whether you're in a nightmare or a dream, that is waking up right there, just torn back to reality. This is so wild. That is wild. Beautiful stuff here. I like that. I like the balloon. That reminds me, there was an artist I was into named Michael Parks. It kind of reminds me of Michael Parks' artistry. I really like this. I'm a huge fan of a video game called BioShock. That took me to BioShock right there. You know, of course, you know, you can have dreams where you feel like you're drowning, or you feel like you're floating. That took me to BioShock. This creepy guy standing outside. It's almost like a steroid version of the Dream Evil cover from Ronnie James Dio. Really good stuff here. Another Shadow Man incident. This kind of apocalyptic devastation of bones and the world as a graveyard. I like that. Very cool. And you see the Shadow Man back there. This is great stuff. This could be, if they did like a bigger version of it, like Abandoned Ideas, concept artwork and stuff like that, as a coffee table book, I would be all about it. Gotta tell you, this is terrific stuff. Hiding, and we've all been there, I'm sure, all of us to some degree when we were younger. Didn't want to see what we thought would be on the other side of that blanket. This could kind of go with the forthcoming King Diamond album, the Luciferian Hospital. It really kind of emotes that imagery, especially with the latest single. This Shadow Man, does he not remind you of a Heisenberg from Resident Evil 8 Village? That is good stuff. Great shot of the band. Love Portnoy's back. Love Portnoy's back. I wasn't a big fan of the Mangini era only because to me, it's a testament to how good he plays, but to me it sounded like they got a drum machine, turned it to Neil Peart, and that was it. It didn't seem like there was any soul. It sounded like a glorified metronome with, again, a testament to how amazing he is, but I just found it incredibly boring. And really, honestly, the songwriting, I found a lot. I heard Untethered Angel, less than impressed. It could be psychosomatic, and I just wanted Portnoy back because I really loved the Sons of Apollo stuff he did with Jeff Scott Soto and Bumblefoot and Billy Sheehan and Derek Sherinian. This is beautiful stuff. And we end with, they dread the darkness, but they enter my realm in each night without fear. The Sandman. Oh, there's more. There's more. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. That is creepy. Wild stuff here. I dreamed of whitewashed walls and sticky floors. My God. And the deluxe version, the big $120, $150 version, it came with a sleep journal. I wonder if there's anything like that. It's really nice. So anyway, that is the 68-page art book that comes with the 2 CD Blu-ray version of Parasomnia, their 16th studio album, the first one with Portnoy in ages. I can't say enough good things about the album. Absolutely love the album. I've listened to it. I guess the next time I listen to it, that will be my 6th time because I just can't get enough of it. It's exciting to be excited about a Dream Theater release. Right now, they're on tour supporting Parasomnia, and so definitely go out and check them out. They had to cancel the date that was near me because LeBrie came sick, so maybe I'll get to see him sometime. Again, with Portnoy back in the saddle playing percussion. So anyway, that is it. Dream Theater Parasomnia, the art book. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you dug the video. Later.